आप दुबई में कब से एज अ डॉक्टर काम कर रहे हैं?
So I graduated medicine in 2021 from Rock Medical Health Science University, which is also in UAE.
अच्छा,
And I
यूएई से
completed,
किया आपने एमबीबीएस?
yes, yes, yes.
अच्छा, वहां कितने साल का
So
था?
हमारा MBBS का कोर्स रहता है, so it's a 5 year course and an additional 1 year after you graduate as an internship here. So that I did with the health authority in Dubai, which is DHA, Dubai Health Authority.
ठीक है।
And that was for a period of 12 months. And then I marched into residency in general surgery with the Department of Health in Abu Dhabi.
अच्छा, आप डायरेक्टली you've matched into the residency. You did not go for
Yes.
a medical officer के तौर पे, you're directly working as an intern
No,
right
no.
now.
जो यहाँ पे यूएई का जो सिस्टम है मेडिकल सेक्टर का, हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटीज का, इनके पास दो पाथवेज होते हैं। एक होता है कैरियर ओरिएंटेड पाथवे और दूसरा होता है नॉन कैरियर ओरिएंटेड पाथवे। तो कैरियर ओरिएंटेड पाथवे में क्या होता है, यू हैव, जैसे यू फिनिश योर एमबीबीएस, 5 साल का कोर्स होता है। अभी दे हैव रिसेंटली चेंज गाइडलाइंस, दे हैव मेड इट टू एन एमडी प्रोग्राम व्हिच इज अ 6 year प्रोग्राम। और उसके बाद आपको मैंडेटरी 1 year इंटर्नशिप करना पड़ता है। This thing is not a mandatory criteria in some countries abroad, लेकिन UAE का guidelines है कि that you have to do 1 year of internship, which is 12 months of clinical rotations, 6 months general surgery के fields में और 6 months general medicine के fields में. So this is mandatory to complete after you graduate.
Abba, I'm going to ask you about the salary of the GP, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video. This is TapTapSend. It's a money transfer app. If you want to send money from abroad, like maybe UAE, Europe, UK, US, Canada, directly to Pakistan, you can send it through TapTapSend. It has no remittance charges. It's very fast. And if you use my promo code Dokali, you get $10, £10, €10, and 25 dirhams if you send from UAE to like Pakistan. Additional bonus right away on your first transfer. And about the India, if you want to send money to India, I'm not sure it's functional in India as well or not. This is something I don't know, but you can try it. You can definitely try it. So by the way, so now I'm going to ask you the most important question. Since we in Dockerly Talks, we talk about the finances. How much does a GP earn in Dubai?
So the thing is, I cannot give you an exact figure of what they usually earn because it really depends on the healthcare facility that's giving you the
Average
job.
figure. I'll be okay with the average.
Pay scales for GPs, it's anywhere between 10 to 30,000,
10 to
depending upon
30?
your 10 to 30,000, depending upon your experience. So if
नया
you're
नया
a very
डॉक्टर आता
basic,
है पाकिस्तान में, क्योंकि बहुत से लोग अगर इस वक्त
you
में
you can
इंडिया
start with
इंडिया से
from
आता है,
10.
पाकिस्तान से आता है, तो वो
I
he'll get
think
how much?
they will start from 10. That's like the basic standard here from most of the hospitals that are hiring for GPs, because currently they're looking for, even for fresh graduates, they're looking for people with quality. So अगर आपने research भी की है, if you have worked, like जैसे आपने 2 साल work experience भी करना है as an IMG, so all these things, if they are matching the criteria, that's when they're going to hire you. So the scale starts at 10 and it rises up to 30 for many hospitals, and it can depend. It can actually go higher depending upon your experience and your service to the hospital, and then what all things you're getting involved at as add-ons. They will keep increasing.
इसमें मगर मेजरली जो कैंडिडेट्स आ रहे होते हैं आउट ऑफ कंट्री, दे जस्ट वांट टू बी इन यूएई बिकॉज एक मेजर रीजन पे स्केल डिफरेंस होता है कि दे कम फ्रॉम
Correct.
पाकिस्तान या इंडिया, वो आते हैं, वो डायरेक्टली दे गो टू दुबई एंड दे डायरेक्टली अपॉइंट देमसेल्व्स एज एन एमओ मेडिकल ऑफिसर, डायरेक्टली स्पेशलिटी में नहीं आते। तो
Correct.
राइट नाउ मुझे आप ये बताएं कि एक एमओ की दुबई में कितना पे स्केल है?
Okay, so yeah, पे स्केल से पहले I'll try to give you a brief कि यहाँ पर एमओ के लिए पाथवे क्या होता है, because many people they come, they'll be like, okay हम एमओ डायरेक्टली कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि दिस कंट्री थोड़ा अलग है दूसरे कंट्री से, कि यू कैनॉट वर्क विदाउट अ लाइसेंस।
ठीक है।
यहाँ पर आपको किसी भी चीज के लिए लाइसेंस की जरूरत है बिफोर यू स्टार्ट सीइंग पेशेंट्स, क्योंकि यू विल बी हेल्ड मेडिको लीगली। तो द थिंग इज, अगर आपने एक फॉरेन ग्रेजुएट कॉलेज से पढ़कर आए, लाइक
पाकिस्तान से एक पढ़कर आया
पाकिस्तान,
इंडिया।
यूके, यूएस, वट एवर कंट्री यू हैव कम फ्रॉम, सो यू आर रिगार्डेड एज एन आईएमजी। तो उनके लिए टू वर्क एज अ जीपी द क्राइटेरिया फॉलोज कि आपने एक एग्जाम देनी है, एंड देन यू नीड मिनिमम ऑफ 2 years of experience with a license from your home country or any other country abroad where you have studied from. So
नो,
this is a
फर्स्ट वी
requirement before
नीड
you can work here.
फर्स्ट वी नीड 2 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस फ्रॉम आवर ओन कंट्री, फिर हम एग्जाम दे के फिर हम उसके एलिजिबल बनेंगे।
So the thing is, when you graduate from your hometown or
हम्म।
you graduate from a place where you studied MBBS,
हम्म।
it could be some other country as well. You need to get a license and work for 2 years at least
ठीक है।
before you come here as a GP job. यहाँ पर लोकल ग्रेजुएट्स के लिए अलग होता है. आफ्टर यू ग्रेजुएट डायरेक्टली एंड यू फिनिश इंटर्नशिप, यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर जीपी जॉब्स. तो
By
दिस इज अ
GP, general
डिफरेंस.
physician, GP means a general physician or medical officer, right?
Yes, yes. GP means general physician. It can be in any specialty who is interviewing you and giving you the job. It can be GP generally in clinics, or it can also be GP in pediatrics, GP in surgery. You're basically in the clinics and stuff like that of the hospitals.
और
But
एग्जाम कौन सा देना होता? हाँ जी जी.
इसमें एग्जाम्स के दो तरीके हैं. तो बेसिकली द entire UAE country is divided into three health authorities. There is Abu Dhabi, which has its own health authority, which is SEHA or Department of Health Abu Dhabi. Then there is Dubai, where most of the people are actually, looking forward to come to, which is now currently Dubai Academic Health Corporation, DAHC. And then there is Sharjah and the other Emirates, which comes under EHS, which is Emirates Health Services. So all these three authorities are independently functioning और उनके अपने अपने एग्जाम्स होते हैं. तो
अच्छा,
फॉर
अगर दुबई में
एग्जाम्पल,
जाना है तो उसके लिए अलग एग्जाम है, शारजा में जाना है तो अलग है, हर एक का अलग
यस,
एग्जाम है.
यस. सो आपने अगर आपने दुबई के एग्जाम क्लियर किया, यू कैन नॉट अप्लाई फॉर जॉब्स इन अबू धाबी.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा,
Okay,
दैट्स
so this is the
सिचुएशन.
criteria. But there is a solution to this. So, for example, they have released a certain guidelines for GP, which has exceptions. Like, I'll tell you basic two because there is a list. You can share a PQR document that they can see. The basic two is like, for example, if someone is coming from US who has given USMLE step 1, step 2, step 3, then he's exempted from the GP license exam. If he submits his step scores, then he'll be exempted from GP license exam and he can proceed to the next step directly without the exam.
Next step is like directly getting the job.
Next step is filling out the application form and getting your eligibility letter to search for jobs.
And
पहला
what
step
about
होता है.
GMC? What about GMC? प्लैब का पता है आपको? यूके प्लैब 1 प्लैब 2.
Yes, yes, exactly. For PLAB 1 और PLAB 2 के भी यही है. If you are GMC registered, PLAB 1, PLAB 2 आपने खत्म कर दी, तो this is also an exception for the GP licensing exam.
अच्छा,
तो
प्लैब 1 प्लैब 2 में यहाँ यूके में काम कर रहा हूँ तो आई कैन अप्लाई फॉर जीपीशिप इन
yes,
2 years.
yes. The only requirement you need is 2 years of work experience क्योंकि आपने बाहर से पढ़ाई की है. You have that. Use your PLAB scores on the application form and apply for it and get the eligibility letter. Once you get it, then the eligibility letter means that you are ready to search for a job. And this you can start applying to different hospitals. They'll call you for interviews. If they shortlist you, then the hospital will give you the license to work in that specific facility.
So if we talk about you, you're doing residency from Dubai, right?
Yes.
So how much does a resident get paid in Dubai? A resident must be paid less because his stipend कहा जाता है sir. This is what I know.
Correct.
My Pakistani system from UK system. So is it the same in Dubai that you get paid less because the stipend is the training?
Yes, absolutely. There is nothing different in this country when it comes to residency because it's the same system followed globally. So we are in a training program. So the only thing is that you can understand that your training is getting free. So that's how you're getting a stipend of a small amount. So that's how you
How
should
much
correlate
small?
to
Like
it.
give us a round figure because for most of the
It's for expats and for non-locals or for people coming from abroad or even people who are not nationals of this country, they get paid around 10K a month as a stipend. And then if you're a national from this country, then you have the other figures and some add-ons and stuff. That's a different criteria for them.
Can an expat directly get into the residency program of Dubai?
Absolutely. There are many students that have studied in Georgia, that have studied in Russia, that have studied in UK, that have studied in Pakistan, that have studied in India, who have done their internship and have given the examination and followed the pathway for the residency here and have matched directly without having any gap year.
सबसे पहले उसके लिए एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए था, फिर हमने एग्जाम दिया एज पर द रीजन जो आपने बताया, और फिर रेजिडेंसी का अलग एग्जाम है.
Yes. So the best part about residency is you do not need a prior experience because you're getting into a training program.
फिर
So
एग्जाम कौन सा है?
So the exam for the residency pathway is called EMRE, which is Emirates Medical Residency Entrance Exam, EMREE.
और ये कहाँ पे होता है? दुबई में होता है या एशिया में भी होता है?
No, so there is only one exam center, which is in Abu Dhabi, which is in College of Medicine, Al Ain, which is near Tawam Hospital. So इनका एक ही center है, it's a very big center.
Any prior filtration process या कोई भी अप्लाई कर सकता है उसके लिए?
So the requirements for you to appear for the EMRE examination is that you can be a final year medical student or and above. and until 5 years after you graduate. But now they're increasing that criteria to, I think, less than 35 years in age, because there are many people who are taking up medicine at a very older age as well.
Oh,
There are people who are in first year at 30 years. So, they have changed that guideline. But the only guideline is that you can start appearing for MD right from your final year onwards. So even if you're a final year medical student, you need a letter from the dean saying that you're a student, you're in final year, you will graduate soon, and there is no objection. And then just submit that. Dubai or any healthcare process in this country is all digital now. So you don't need to, come physically, submit papers, wait for your token approvals and stuff. It's all online application forms. You keep getting your documents, upload them, fill in the application forms, pay everything online. It's a very seamless process. You read it, you will understand it. You keep going through that, you will be able to register for the exam.
Now we're going to ask the last series of questions, Dr. Mohammed Mustafa. That is 10,000 dirham a good pay scale for a good quality life in Dubai?
Absolutely. When compared to other places, like even developing countries like India, Pakistan, or even Nepal, or even Ukraine, or whatever other countries that are developing right now, and if you compare their residency training programs with this, it's a very big difference. Here the programs are much more organized. Here, mental health is given an accountants. You have a set guidelines of how many hours per week you are supposed to work, and then you can actually fight against the system if there is something that is going deranged or it's going over the board. So it's very well taken care of. There is a very good system. At each level, you have a hierarchy you can report to. It's a very good organized system, I believe, when compared to the ruthless treatment in other countries.
So you're doing general surgery. You're a resident in
Yes.
general surgery. वो program कितने साल हो गए?
So this is my second year in the program. I finished my first year just a couple of months ago, and I'm mid through my second year. It will be most likely a 5-year program, and then it will be the next step would be for fellowships.
Fellowship के लिए मजीद. And this residency, ये बाकी मुल्कों में मानी जाती है. When I say बाकी, it's UK, New Zealand, Canada, Australia.
Absolutely. So the current system that we are following. The current system absolutely that we're following is basically जो program है हमारा, it's an Arab board specialized program, and we have additional accreditations. Like currently my program is accredited with ECGM EI, which is the Council of Medical Education in US. So my program is monitored throughout according to the US standards of residency program. So when I'll be graduating, it will be easy for me to apply for fellowships in that country.
Oh, great. You can apply for the fellowship in US.
Absolutely. Now, there is a recent advancement and changes which is still happening, but not yet finalized, and they're trying to get Canadian board also online. So once that happens, our program itself would become Canadian-based recognized. So, and Canadian is also a first world country. The program degrees will be valid all throughout. So you don't need to keep asking, is this valid? Is this valid? You just say, I'm a Canadian board specialized, and it's going to be valid. So it's going to be that. So they're actually advancing higher.
And about the test you have mentioned, HAD and EHA, do you have any idea how much do they cost?
I have really no idea because I did not go through that pathway. But what I have been suggesting people is that if you feel that you did not do PLAB, you did not do USMLE, give EMRI. Because EMRI is also an exception to your GP license.
Something I did not even know, honestly. This is something I didn't even know.
Yes. The thing is, I'll tell you one thing. Why do you want to prepare for 3 different exams to secure more job locations when you can give one exam and try for everything? Like, if, for example, if a person is preparing for residency pathway and wants to keep GP as his backup option, उन्होंने एमरी की तैयारी की, अच्छी सी एमरी की एग्जाम दे दी, ना जाने मैच नहीं हुई, but that same score you can apply for GP pathways all through the country in UAE. Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Fujairah, jahan par bhi, you get a job, you relocate. And then you can always keep trying for residency next year. So, this thing, you can have it properly organized.